Hey guys, Metagross Freak here for another Pokemon video. I know I just did one recently, like 10 minutes ago, at least in my time, like a couple videos ago, about Pokemon, but I'm making another one. This one's about tears. Um, tears. I'm kidding, tears. To Pokemon tears in competitive and why I think they're dumb. Again, this is my opinion. If you're a competitive Pokemon battler and you're crazy good and you feel that my opinion is blasphemy, sorry, it's my opinion, get over it. Um, I'm going to be listing some of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 1 through 5, obviously, because I don't know if tiers are up for Gen 6 yet. I'm going to go through them and saying why. I'm going to tell you and then explain why I think the tiers are dumb. In Uber tier, I use Darkrai, Genesect, Giratina, and Rayquaza. In Overused, I use Dragonite, Lucario, Metagross, Tyranitar, and Volcarona. In UU, I think that's underused. I use Porygon Z, Zapdos, and Bisharp. In RU, rarely used, I use Gallade and Sceptile. And in NU, which is never used, I use Gardevoir, Regirock, Gigalith, and Torterra. Now, obviously, we're going to see some kind of change in tiers coming in this generation. Probably with the introduction of fairies, we're going to see a lot of dragons dropping. Probably the rise of Gardevoir now that she's basically strong against every dragon and only weak against steel and poison. That'll give us, of course, a boost in poison's popularity, a boost in steel's popularity, which is awesome because if I was a gym leader, I would totally be either steel or rock, probably steel, just because steel is awesome. But I'd like to point out that I think sometimes tiers don't make sense. For example, Regirock. I know now before I go on, I know that the tiers are obviously based on how popular they are, but to talk briefly, side questing here on League of Legends, there are characters in League of Legends where or if you choose them, people say like, "Oh, it's troll pick. You're not taking this game seriously." Something like I personally love the character Victor. I just did a video where I was singing a song I made about Victor, and he's a really good character to use in my fanfics. I like him. Oriana is also a really popular character that I use in fanfics. It's not that they're bad. It's just that nobody plays them because there's a meta. I want to look at specifically for this video. I want to look at the Ubers, the rarely used, and the never used. The UU and the OU, I'm just going to ignore those for now. You guys can figure that out on your own time. But, okay, from like never used, okay, obviously Gardevoir's going to change because the fairy thing, so I'm just going to wipe her off. Okay, Torterra. Torterra is awesome. I think of the Gen 4 starters, he was probably one of the most original. You could say, oh, well, he's a grass dinosaur. Big deal. But he's really awesome, and hey, Ash chose him. Same kind of thing with, what's its name? Piplup's final. Empoleon. Empoleon's actually kind of a cool Pokemon. Gigalith, I personally just like Gigalith. He looks cool, and he's an absolute tank. I basically attempted to EV him for defense, and he is a wall. You hit him with like an Aura Sphere, even, or a close combat, does like nothing. He's got like huge HP, and it goes like boop, barely anything. It's just that much defense. That's the same thing with Regirock. Regirock is crazy tanky for physical defense. The only thing you really have to worry about then is just people like the occasional surf or energy ball or something, which grass moves aren't even used that often in competitive from what I hear. So that's kind of cool. Which, if it's that much of an issue, max out defense first and then do special defense. If you don't want to do physical attack or something, that's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Sceptile. Okay, for considering that Gen 3 is considered the best generation by everyone who isn't a Gen 1er, why is Sceptile rarely used? Obviously, Blaziken is overpowered, and Swampert's actually pretty good. Why is Sceptile rarely used? He can be a physical or a special sweeper, depending on how you want to build him, and he's crazy fast. I don't know why I have 4 fingers there. Crazy fast. Plus, he has a really versatile move pool. I can't tell you like how many HMs he can learn, but he learns a lot of HMs, and it's kind of cool. It's not HMs, TMs. So I don't care. Well, actually, he learns basically all of the non-water HMs as well, but that doesn't really matter. Alright. Okay, although we should be expecting to see Torterra, I think, in my opinion, rising, because with Fairy, to reversing psychology here, Torterra is grass and ground, which means it takes 4 times damage from ice. Ice is mainly used to counter dragons. With the introduction of Fairy, dragon will probably go down in competitive use, meaning less need for ice. Meaning less ice means better chances for grass and ground, because you don't need to counter it. I think that's actually a good thing, so I think he's going to go up in popularity because Torterra is actually really tanky and awesome. As you can probably tell, I like tank characters. But now I want to go to the Ubers. Uber Mac. Ooh, we're having weird lighting issues. Okay. I gotta say, Rayquaza is arguably one of the best legendary Pokemon there is. But really? I don't know. He's kind of on the Dragonite kind of tier for me. I think he belongs kind of like with Dragonite. I mean, he's a dragon and he's flying, so he takes 4 times from ice. And other than Rayquaza's pretty damn awesome speed, is he really that good? Really? Okay. Giratina, doesn't matter what form. I don't know. Dragon and Ghost is a weird combination, and it's a combination most people don't expect, but I don't know. A lot of people have Shadow Ball, I guess, because Shadow Ball is a good counter for things, and it's a good for stab. I like Giratina just because he looks cool. I don't care about the fact that he's uber strong. I just like it that he looks cool. Genesect. This falls under, in my opinion, the category of, again, what? So Genesect is grass and steel, which means he takes 4 times damage from fire. Just like, Scizor and, oh, dang it. The Ferrothorn evolution. The one with the vines and the spiky balls. You know who I'm talking about. Someone knows who I'm talking about. I'll say, okay, it's fine, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing with Scizor. Scizor's crazy popular as a speedy physical sweeper. Genesect could be a physical or a special sweeper. So the point being, all you need is a tanky-ish Pokemon or a faster sweeper with a fire move, and kaput's, they're gone. So why is it that it's so popular too? I mean, especially because I know I'm going into this like mental psychology, but if Dragon was the meta, Ice was the counter, so theoretically you'd have Fire to counter the counter. That's why a lot of Dragon Pokemon had fire moves. You'd have like, well, I don't know, like Fire Fang on Garchomp and Flamethrower on Rayquaza and stuff like that. I don't know the meta. I don't play competitively, obviously. That just seems like logic to me. So, I don't know. Why are things popular? So that was my rant on Pokemon tiers, and obviously I don't play competitively, so if I'm totally wrong, you can just say, hey, you know, this is how it actually is. Obviously, you would know this if you played competitive, and I'll be like, okay, thanks for telling me. I learned something. I like learning things. I'm a scientist. Um, oh, last thing, just because I've had it in a lot of videos lately. Had a trash bag there. Oops. I have a Canadian flag. Just because Canada's awesome. If you don't like Canada. Boop. Boop. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.